really of the day, unless we have a nice comeback from Sea Serpents. They've been showing some true potential. By the way, the stream is not up on Discord. I'm just saying. If I can see what's happening, that'll be pretty damn sick. But I am seeing indeed Sea Serpent already got himself a Gragas. They're looking also eyeing out for the Jhin and the Wukong, which they did not go for the Jhin. They went for the Akali instead, which is still a rather relevant assassin when it comes down to it. So I'm pretty much okay with that. And their dive potential alone from Wukong and Akali together is going to be pretty strong. If they can get a Lulu paired with that, that would be extremely strong, especially on that Wukong or the Akali to follow up on the dive. And if they go for Kai'Sa too, man, that's so much combo potential with the Lulu. That should be a straightforward pickup. But I wonder if they're going to commit to it, because let's not forget, Alistar did make it through the ban phase, and to follow up with a Wukong and with an Akali, Alistar would be great pickup, which it does seem like they're indeed going to go for the Alistar and switch up the Kai'Sa for a Jhin, which Jhin Alistar is a way better combo than Alistar and Kai'Sa.
I mean, I think did you go over the bans? I think we went over the bans, right?
Yeah. Okay, I think we said it. I think we said it was into the chat. It was said, but in case you guys do not know what the bans currently are, I'm going to do a quick recap for you guys at home. So we had Aurelion Sol, Orianna, Olaf, and also Kennen taken out. So Kennen got banned, which is why we're hoping for. It got banned away by the side of CHAKAIMOOK because they were second pick, so it made sense for them to ban it away.
Yep. CHAKAIMOOK with this game, we're going with a little bit of reverse once again. Like the last match, right? We're both taking on Alliance. The two games composition seems to be a little bit switch up, like for both teams. And now we're seeing it again. This game, we're seeing the team fight composition, the Alistar, the Wukong, the Gragas, the Jhin combo being picked up by Sea Serpents, where the other side, the CHAKAIMOOK, we're going for a little bit more of split pushing, right? Because when you go for the heroes like Twisted Fate, you're going for the silent picks, you're going for the Twisted Fate split pushing, and then use the ult to go into the team fights. They do have the Brawl to their favor, the Brawl and the Misfortune combo, the bullet time. So we'll see who pull off who execute their comp a lot better. But I like both comps. I think they're both very, very nice.
Yeah, I prefer Sea Serpents a little bit, also because you have a big cow in there, so I'm going to say I'm a fan of the Sea Serpent composition. But no, I do think the composition of a Sea Serpents has a lot of AoE CC to bring to the table. You know, good Gragas for displacement. You got the wombo combo potential between the Wukong and also the Alistar. So I think together that can be rather strong. I think that Jhin also, if he can not fall behind, would be in a good spot. But it seems like we can have a little bit of an invade from Lee Sin and also the Brawl. Looking for a little bit of intel. Going to get the ward down onto the red buff. They're not going to steal it, but it's just to get information on how the timers are working. Yeah. As Brawl is just going to deny that vision away to make sure they can't use it to scout some wards, which is always something you should do if you are going for an early invade.
That is just so annoying. Because last game we saw the Lulu from Sea Serpent did the same thing. Right? Just be annoying to the enemy mid laner and then steal the vision board. And this time Brahm's like, okay, you know, payback. Here, taste your own medicine. A little bit taste of your own medicine.
Taste of Rainbow. Skittle. Yeah. Hell yeah. Sponsor us, Skittle, please. Thank you. I got a question actually for you also into the draft. One character we have not been seeing almost at all throughout yesterday and today is Twisted Fate, and I would love to know what's your stance on Twisted Fate. What do you think of him? Do you think that's wait? If you think orgasmic about him, that's cool. You know, that's cool. I'm okay with it.
I mean, that's totally not my reaction at all. I was just thinking, having a little bit extra air in my lawn. Okay, so regarding Twisted Fate, I think Twisted Fate is okay hero. He is really good at split pushing and really good at roaming. Obviously, thanks to his ultimate. No one has a teleport as good as Twisted Fate, right? The global teleport, the global roam. But and he's also really strong in lane. There are some meta heroes that Aurelion Sol, for example, Twisted Fate can't be really good against. You know, it's just one of those interesting heroes like Malphite. I never think Malphite is a really strong side lane, Baron lane, but Malphite is really good against heroes like Akali, like heroes like Cannon. It's same thing with Twisted Fate. His hero is mediocre in a lot of ways. Most mid laner hero counter Twisted Fate. For example, even Yasuo should have destroyed Twisted Fate, right, with the wind wall. And then there's also Orianna should have destroyed Twisted Fate in mid lane. But Twisted Fate does work against some really good meta mid laners, including Cannon. Including Aurelion Sol. And obviously his roaming potential is just through the roof. So I don't know. I have a mixed feeling about it.
Yeah, map presence is pretty good, but I think it also does pretty good into Akali because Akali is a meaty character, so you can just get that stun every few seconds, which is pretty strong. And especially if you do get dived onto by the Akali, one good thing is that you can actually hit the stun, Then use your triple cards, chuck it out there, and you're going to get a huge amount of burst, because if you're hitting someone that's melee to you, your 3 cards will actually hit and deal some significant damage. So I think Twisted Fate, purely to deal with the Akali in that mid lane laning phase, is going to be rather strong. And once again, the map presence from that ultimate alone is going to be rather significant if you can play his cards correctly.
Yeah.
Brawl and Alistar having an unofficial friendship over there in the river, having a little bit of a fun time. Well, this game is off to a really slow start. We did have 1 kill go over to CHAKAIMOOK, but so far, things are going rather slowly, which is a lot better than what we had on that first game, where things got a little bit hectic really quickly.
And I do want to point out another benefit of Twisted Fate in this game. When Twisted Fate activates Ultimate, he has global true vision. So he reveals everybody. So if Akali is activating, it's in the Shroud, she can't really hide in the Shroud. That's the point. If Twisted Fate activates ult, you can hit Akali whenever you want. Just like you pointed out, First Blood already go to CHAKAIMOOK. Once again, to continue their momentum into Game 2, they want to take home a 2-0 series against Serpents. Let's see if they're able to pull that off, because, I mean, they're doing the same thing of next play versus Killer Gaming, right? They try to open up, try to raise a daddy, right? They try to set this guy up for success. And if Camille is really strong, is fed, there's nothing Gragas can do.
Did you say they're trying to raise a daddy?
Yeah, raise a daddy. Like, basically, a daddy for the enemy, right? Oh my god! Camille showed up! Then everybody start running away because it's Camille's daddy. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
very interesting.
Yeah.
I have never heard that in my life. But you know what? I'll write that down in my books of things I wish I would never have heard in my life. But that is... So far, Drake, though, is going to be spawned on the map. It could be a point of contestment. Vision has definitely been dashed away, showing some kind of interest towards that objective. But they're so far going to go only for the River Scuttler to make sure they can keep that vision on going. But they seem like they want to go for it. I mean, they are there present as a 4-man so far. Akali is the only one that's currently not present, and she can easily rotate from the mid lane down there if she really wants to. But so far, Drake is going to go down, withering away, smited out by the Monkey, and the Monkey will get the Fire Drake for his team. But they're slowly going to get chased away, but they're going to be able to dispatch it. Though Camille, I'm seeing Camille taking an Akali 1v1 currently in that side of the map. It's going to be on the Baron lane. And she's going for the tower dive. Can she survive? I'm not too sure. Twisted Fate also goes for the ultimate. Will be able to maybe get the frag for his team. But he does indeed go down to the side of the Akali. And Akali survives the insane tower dive of the Camille. But for how long? Brawl, Lee Sin, both coming up there. That should be an easy kill pickup. The ult comes on through. Is it overkill? Maybe a little bit. But that is fine as long as you make the trade even.
Wow. It's a really smart play. Coming from CHAKAIMOOK, I know that what they wanted to do. They have Camille split pushing the whole time, first turret, right? Because they give out a tower, they had to trade the first turret. That's the only way to make it even. And then, on top of it, they have Twisted Fate. We're talking about how this hero can be really good at supporting your jungle, because global presence. And his ultimate reveals Akali. So I thought they got a sure kill, but maybe that was just a beautiful play from Akali. We don't have any camera or, people who pan camera to show us what exactly happened. But that was a beautiful play from Akali, so kudos to him for taking out 1vs2 and get a kill.
Yeah, big kudos. Herald's going to be on the menu too. Very soon he's going to spawn in now too. He is now on the Rift. I'm intrigued to see who's going to be going for it. But I'm seeing also Twisted Fate going for the push up top. He's going to be followed up with Brawl, and also I believe the Camille's there too. Oh, and it's going to be actually the Lee Sin that's going to be there focusing that fight. And man, this poor Akali, she's just getting cyberbullied right now, man. Yeah. This is feeling real bad. Cyberbullying is not good unless you are playing Wild Rift. Nice double knock up coming on through from the Wukong. Ultimate coming out from Brawl to try and give some breathing space to the rest of their team. But now Herald is indeed going to be the focus of the party. But for how long can they hold on to it? Seems like they're just going to give it up entirely. Serpents not off to a great start. Sure, they got the Drake earlier, but now the Herald is up. And if they can push it into the mid lane, that would be absolutely fantastic.
I gotta say, this game, CHAKAIMOOK, is really impressed, really making a huge impression on me with the way how they manage their lanes, the resources. They give up the dragon consciously, even though it's Inferno Dragon. They do it on purpose. They know they cannot take a 5-on-5 team fight. So instead they go for the split push, go for the trade. They got a first tower, even though there were a little bit of mechanical mistakes, but they cleaned up in the second engagement of the Kali, got the kill, and the Rift Herald execution was just flawless. Poking enemy, instead of focusing on the Rift Herald, poking everybody away. So even though you have a team comp that's focused on team fight, but if your front line is kind of low, then you can't. You lost that pressure. You lost the team fight presence, and then they can take the Rift Herald for free. So it's just really good execution right now from CHAKAIMOOK. I want to see if they can keep this up, if they win this match, or just in this game.
Yeah, just in case also to try to set the scene and the pace for you guys at home. So far in this BO3 series, it is 1-0 in favor of CHAKAIMOOK. If they win this one, they're 2-0. The series ends here, and we shall indeed have them make it into the playoffs. But unfortunately, that is going to be a pretty hard one because Serpents, they have to do everything. It's do or die moment for them. But here it is, big 3-man, actually 4-man rotation. Jin is just behind, can get a curtain call to assist if needed. Some good damage going to be dashed away by the boy himself, the Twisted Fate. Dude, is actually rather significantly present when it comes to the map pressure. He's moving everywhere, using that teleport in really big ways, which you didn't mention. That teleport was going to be coming out as being extremely useful. And I got to say, Twisted Fate has got so much map presence that they are struggling for the side of Serpents to find a response to that.
Yeah, and also, before I answer that, continue that topic, I just want to say that the reason why we're not switching to CHAKAIMOOK's perspective as much is because the stream's lagging a lot. So that's why we're sticking mainly on the Serpents perspective, so we understand. But yeah, a little bit of skirmish on the bottom side. They do pick up Lee Sin from CHAKAIMOOK. It's a really, really good pick from Serpents. They need a little bit of confidence boost at this point. It's do or die. It's match point. They have to take this. They have to even out the scoreboard, so they're giving themselves a chance.
Yeah, Drake is going to be once again taken, but they do have the Scuttler on the side of CHAKAIMOOK, so they're definitely going to be seeing this one, but unfortunately for them, without the Lee Sin, they can't really do much about it. That's going to be 2 Drakes coming away off Serpents, and those 2 Drakes are going to slowly start stacking up in a really, really positive way for Serpents, making it pretty hard, actually, for the other side to find a good way to come back into the game, because 2 Drakes is starting to get a little bit scary, but it's still not impossible for them to come back. Also, I'm pretty sure I haven't seen them use the Herald just yet, so Herald is still something to keep in mind, could be used eventually, especially if they end up winning the next fight. But I'm pretty sure that it's going to be close enough the cooldown of the Herald pretty soon. So they're going to think about using it really soon to make sure they can get at least some usage out of it. Oh, there you go. Mid lane is going to be the push with the Herald.
Yeah, and then here it comes. They're trying to put some pressure on it. It does seem like they're sending 4 people from C7 to defend it. So yeah, Azure Herald's going to go down. He does use his charge though one time. It's like 1.5 bar HP. Oh, here it comes, Camille.
Oh, man, that's it. No, what are you doing, man? Oh, Alistar kind of threw that one. He didn't knock him back. He just knocked him up, which when you're playing up against the Camille, Alistar is so good because you can knock her out of the ultimate to try and stop the lockdown on one of your ADCs, so it would have been a better play to just knock back. Though, Lee Sin being a little bit too aggressive on that one. He will take some severe damage. He's still chasing, looking for the frag. Nice dodge coming on through. He's still got the flash, but he's just not going to use it. He could have made to the tower. Alistar could have survived, but he really wanted to keep that flash.
Wow. Also, I think this is really, really quick reaction from Lee Sin. You know, the flash coming out. We can take a look. Let's see if we can find a little bit of replay footage of exactly what went down. I think overall it's a beautiful. Oh, a little bit of action here. Let's quickly come back to the table. A little bit more action down mid lane.
Yeah, Braum's going to be taking some pretty big damage right away. He is going to be going out initially, followed up closely by the Twisted Fate in his footstep. Mid lane, though, can they try and find vengeance? Like, the mid lane and also the support is gone, so they got no more front line. They are looking pretty healthy. They got a bunch of GA still remaining, though Jin, unfortunately, has got nothing left in this case. He's got no mana whatsoever, and he is currently extremely low with that GA, so Lee Sin knows he can go for the engage. Nice knock-up coming out from the Alistar to bring some breathing room once again, but unfortunately, they win that fight, but they can't make anything, and that's the most important fundamental thing when it comes down to it when you're playing MOBA games and Wild Rift in general. When you win a fight, you want to be able to trade off that fight and turn it into objective control, extra gold, denying CS away from the enemies. Here, they won that fight. They got 2 kills, and they unfortunately can't do anything. So that fight is almost wasted.
Dude, that's what I was saying. I was really impressed by the fact how CHAKAIMOOK was able to run their lanes. You know, they're able to manage the waves so well. So, or just overall the map, the resources around the map. They don't take fights at the wrong time. So even if you win some fights, you take some kills, so what? Like, there's nothing on the map for you to take after that. So all you get is 500 gold, right, from that kill. And that's it, you know? So I think they're really, really good at doing that. And also, let's see the replay. Yeah, here it comes. So they first got a kill onto the Akali. And then Lee Sin right here. Well, I just want to see how Lee Sin is able to manage that. I think Lee Sin, he really wanted to kill this this cow, this Alistar, this Ox. Yeah, look at Flash coming in. Yeah, Flash coming in with the enhanced auto attack with instantly skill 3. So I don't think Alistar was trying to save the Flash because he didn't think Lee Sin can catch the distance. But Lee Sin just really quick on his fingers.
I think it's as simple as you forgot you had a flash. He's like, I'm sure he died. And he was like, oh god damn it, I had a flash. Damn, I didn't use it. Yeah, it happens to me all the time when in my personal rank game. So I definitely get the feeling. So it's completely okay. But in terms of objective, once again, they only got one Drake lane tower. That is literally all they got. They got no oh my god, what is happening here? You're gonna have a great flash coming in and ultimate. Well, is it great? I'm not too sure about that one. She is pretty much getting battered as Lee Sin going a little bit too deep in that fight. Still got the GA. She should be good to go. The GA will be procced on both enemies. The Jin also is going to be able to make it back thanks to the GA, but here, unfortunately, they are going down pretty quickly. Jin going to have the curtain call coming on through, picks up the kills. Maybe the stun comes out from the Alistar, but he does flash out. Finally, he remembered he had a flash. Great stuff. And makes it out of range just in the nick of time. And that fight will be good in favor of Sea Serpents, but it was a damn close fight for sure.
Oh my goodness, this is what Sea Serpents needs once again. They need this big 5-man fights. And then, I don't know why CHAKAIMOOK was given to them. You know, like, it originally was a pick, but if you can't get the pick, I think York was the comp that CHAKAIMOOK has. They didn't instantly get away. Instead of they dive deeper and deeper, and then just end up giving us a free ace. That will transition to a Baron, and eventually more, to Sea Serpent's side. So, what can I say? I think right now, so far, we see the team that has more wombo combo potential, that has better comp, end up winning more team fights. So that might be just be the more preferred draft choices in the current meta available to Wild Rift.
Yeah, and if they get the next Drake, that's going to be 3 Drakes gone. Ocean Drake, a Fire Drake, and maybe also a Mountain Drake on top of this one, which will make matters even easier for them if they can just get a little bit of an extra shield every few seconds. Yeah. You know what? If still Sea Serpent take this one, I'm going to say the favorite word of Dave. If they win it, we'll get an extra game, which creates more content for the side of Dave's channel, so he's going to be pretty happy about that one for sure. But we'll see if Sea Serpents can be happy about winning this game. Nice knockup, but unfortunately it's on a Brawl, which is not the best, and he's going to counteract that one with an ultimate of his own. That was a dive coming out from Alistar that had no reason to be. Diving and putting so much of your kit into a Brawl, like, you know he's going to soak up the damage. Like, there's no way you survive that.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit miscoordination or disconnect from Sea Serpent's side. You're absolutely right. There's no reason to die because the team was going for the tier 1 tower. The whole reason why the Alistar was there was to zone them away, to scare them away. But you don't have to engage, right? All you have to do is just be there, and until your team get the tower, and then you can follow up with the engage when your team is ready. But just now, their team doing multiple things at once, and sure enough, they result in the fatty Gragas dying instead.
The fatty, yeah, feels bad for him, man. Fat shaming indeed over here. That's what's happening. But so far, I'm seeing Sea Serpents. They are still doing good. Their micro is rather good, but like what I'm seeing the issue is like once again their shot calling. I don't know who's the IGL, who's the in-game leader of the team, but they got to be able to actually pick up fights at the snap of a finger and like be able to execute it in a really good way. Unfortunately, I'm seeing Alistar sometimes doing moves that I think he decides on his own accord, which is not working out for his team. Like unless he's the IGL, he should communicate with his team, okay, we're going to go for the engage. But Brawl should never be your main target, especially when you have such good dive potential with Akali, with a Wukong. They can go straight onto the enemy ADCs or the enemy backlane mages and get that damage out there, but they're just not using the full extent of their comp, which I think is, at the end of the day, hurting them quite a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that Baron buff was essentially wasted, right? They got a Baron, but what did they accomplish? They end up losing a tier 2 tower on the top lane, end up about to lose a tier tower on the bottom lane, so...
Don't do it. Please don't engage that. Alistar, please. It is not worth it. Your team is not there, ready to go. Just keep them away. There you go. We're fine.
Stay alive until the Year of Ox comes in. 2021's Year of Ox. The Lunar New Year is coming up.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. Sexy, isn't it?
Sexy. Yep. Year of Ox. That's nice.
Yeah, and then Alistar's an ox, right? Or is it a bull or a cow? I mean, what?
He can be whatever you want it to be. He's fine. I'm sure he's cool with it.
Yeah, I mean, he's running on 2 feet.
He's a. Hey, you know what? Yeah, fair enough. He's a toro. Toro.
What kind of cow ran on 2 feet? What the hell? Anyways,
where are we going with this? I think off context.
Yeah. At this point, Sea Serpent does have the boost, knowing that they can team fight. With that being said, they should force more objectives. But you gotta have a clear goal in mind, a clear objective in mind. Use objective to bait out team fights and focus on the fight. Right? Don't force objectives. Right here it comes. Ooh, Camille, dodge that.
Camille, why are you going solo without your team, man? You're going to get procced almost instantly. I don't know how she's able to survive that, but goddamn, she's able to tank it all up. The team is there, and it gets stolen away by the Lee Sin with a smite. So well done, and now all the players of Sea Serpent are going so damn low, but they are hungry for kills. Going to have also the nice re-engage from the backside coming on through. They're going to get the Sea Curtain call. Get him some rather significant damage, but unfortunately nothing of significance as of yet. While Twisted Phase is like, no, dude, I'm not interested with that fight anymore. I'm just going to go straight for the mid lane, shove it in the tower. No one dies, and only thing that happens in that fight is the Baron getting stolen by the Lee Sin. And how does Camille survive that? She engaged solo initially, and she does like, yeah, sure, dude, I'll tank that up. I'm a tank now. Hell yeah.
I mean, like, I just said you need to focus on the fight, right? Here, Camille first dodged the WQ combo from Alistair, but then they were still hitting the Baron. Like, you can't have one person hitting the Baron and, like, sorry, 4 people trying to hit the Baron, one person doing something completely different. This is not what a team need to do at this caliber. What you need to do is use that Baron. If it's at 1/3 HP, let it go and focus on the fight. So speaking of fight, here it comes once again.
Yeah, there you go. Brawl is going to be there, tanking it up once again. Their focus should not be on Brawl, but indeed onto the other characters, and that's exactly what they do. Miss Fortune goes down initially.
Oh, the steal!
Go for the backdoor. This is the backdoor opportunity coming on through, and they snatch away the game 2-0, and they qualify to the playoffs. That is going to be all set and done. GG well played. CHAKAIMOOK take the series.
Oh my god! What did I just witness? The first tout base steal success in the group stage, right? I mean, I don't remember another base steal that was successful.